So, coming up in this video I'm going to be talking about the best printers possible for printing on canvas. What's most annoying is that these manufacturers don't seem to mention whether these printers work with canvas or not. They just say, oh, it works with art paper. Wow, well thank you very much. So yeah, they don't even tell you whether it works with canvas or not. So basically what I did is I found the people that are really good at printing on canvas and I asked them which printers are going to be the best for printing on canvas. They gave me lots of options and I read many blogs about this and I found many questions of people asking which printers are gonna work for canvas. So basically I pinned them down to these 5 printers that are gonna work best for you for printing on canvas. There are many other canvas printers, but these are the ones that I found work best for printing on canvas, and many people are using these and they are all reporting successful printing without having any problems. So before starting with this video, I'm going to be sharing a few tips to make sure that you pick the right canvas printer for you. Now the first step you want to look at is what size are you going to print on. It's really important because if you go for a really big size printer and you are only going to be printing on small things, it's going to be a waste of money. But if you want to print big things, you definitely want to go for one of the bigger printers. And keep it in your mind that you're going to need a lot of space. If you want to get one of those big printers, you're probably going to need a lot of space. Now you may have this lingering question, can I use any large format printer or plotter to print on canvas? Sadly, the answer is no, because not all printers are made to print on thick objects. Some are made to print on pretty thin art paper and not all are made to print on canvas. So you're definitely gonna try and stick with the ones I recommend in this video, because these are proven to work time and time again to print on canvas. Okay, now I'll be talking about the inks. Now, usually for printing on canvas you don't want to go for a dye-based ink. Dye-based inks don't work well on canvas. You usually want to try and get a pigment-based ink because those work much better on the canvas and they last much longer and they look better. So pigment-based inks are usually the preferred type for printing on canvas. Now you may be thinking, is resolution important for picking a printer? Yes and no, because resolution is important for looking at close objects, but usually when you print on canvas you're going to hang it somewhere and you're going to look at it from a far distance. So having a really high resolution or having the teeniest difference in resolution is not really going to make a difference because you're going to be looking at it from far away and you won't even see the difference in resolution between most printers. The better thing to be concerned about is the color quality. The next question is going to be, how often are you willing to use this printer? If you're going to use this printer every single day and you want to use it for a business and you want to maybe sell some canvas paintings and stuff, you're definitely going to try and go for a high-end printer. But if you are working on a budget and you don't have so much money to spend on it and you just want it as a hobby just so that you can print some good quality canvas prints and you aren't going to be using it every single day, like maybe twice, 3 times a month, you can definitely go for one of the budget options. Now the difference between getting a high-end printer and a low-end printer is that high-end printers are definitely going to be much faster at printing and they will give you much better color quality. Mainly they will have very good blacks. So usually cheap printers don't have very in-depth blacks. The blacks are usually a little bit faded out. So if you want very accurate black and white colors, you're definitely going to try and go for a more high-end printer. And if you want to be using this thing for a long time, it's definitely a better option to go for the high quality ones because they will have more support and they are built to last longer. So make sure to know that all the product links are going to be mentioned in the description. And if you want more in-depth details on the subject, make sure to check the written blog, which will also be linked in the description. So coming up in number 5, we have the Canon IP8720. Now this printer is going to be your best budget option. So first of all, this printer uses pigment inks, which are known to be best for printing on canvas. It can also produce prints as large as 13 inches by 19 inches. The color resolution is 9600 multiplied by 2400 dpi. Okay, so now let's talk about the main concern, which is the ink. It uses a 6-color ink system. So a cool feature with this printer is it does not use too much ink. So if you are worried about printers that always use the ink so fast, this is not one of them. This uses ink very well. It is extremely compatible with Windows and Mac devices. You will not have any problems with the drivers. It also uses a fine nozzle, which makes sure that your prints are gonna come out in very high detail. Now, what Canon promise is that they use Chroma Life 100+. So basically what they say is that when you print with this printer, your photos are going to be stored for up to 300 years. So what that means is that their ink quality is very high and lasts for a very long time. The only cons of this printer is that it is pretty loud and it does not come with an automatic document feeder. So don't expect a roller option. For the price of this thing, the color quality is amazing. You won't expect anything like this at this price. And it's an amazing choice if you're starting out and you just want to get into your new hobby. So coming up in number 4, we have the Epson Surecolor P800. This is a great high-end option. So this printer can print up to 17 inches by 22 inches, which is very good, so you can print large canvas prints using this printer. It uses the recommended pigment-based inks, and it also uses Epson's Ultra Chrome HD inks. So what's so amazing about this printer is it uses a 3-level black ink technology and an advanced black and white mode for professional level black and white prints. So they have 3 different ink cartridges to make sure your black colors come out very good. Another cool thing about this printer is it uses a roll feeder. So that's gonna allow you to use roller-based media. Now, I also usually recommend to go for bigger ink cartridges because they are usually cheaper. So if you go for smaller ink cartridges, you're usually paying for the ink cartridges themselves. However, when you get the bigger ones, you're usually paying more for the ink. So what's cool about this printer is it uses 80 milliliter ink cartridges. Now, the optimal base temperature for using this thing is gonna be between 50 and 95 Fahrenheit, which is gonna be 10 to 35 Celsius. But don't worry, storage is not going to be a problem. You can store this printer from under -4 to 104 Fahrenheit, which is -20 Celsius to 40 Celsius. It also uses a touchscreen interface, and it has 2 younger brother versions. It has the Surecolor P600 and the Surecolor P400. Those are also good options if you want to look into them. You can use this printer through Wi-Fi, USB or Ethernet. Now, the only thing to be aware of when buying this printer is make sure you buy one that has a serial code that is meant to be used in your country, because what happened with other users from the United States is they bought this printer and it wasn't intended for use in the United States. So when they had problems and they contacted support, they told them, no, we do not support this thing because it's not supported in the United States. So make sure you buy this printer from a reputable source and make sure it is intended for use in your country. That way you will get the full support that you deserve. Coming up in number 3 is going to be the Epson Stylus Pro 3880. This is the best high-end option, but it's also the most expensive. This printer will best be used in a business setting, so if you want to use this thing and sell your own canvas prints, this is definitely a good option. It is a big printer and it can print sizes up to 17 inches by 22 inches. It is world-renowned for professional printing, and it uses an advanced micro piezo AMC printhead by Epson. The color quality on this printer is amazing, so if you want gallery quality colors, this is gonna be an amazing option for you. So this is definitely the best option for serious people that are looking for the best printer possible. It prints fast and it has amazing print quality, and it has many features that outshine the competition. It has amazing black density and quality, and it uses industry-leading pigment ink technologies. This thing is really designed without any compromise, so if you're a professional and you want the best, this is gonna have all the features you need. The ink technology this thing uses is Epson's Ultra Chrome K3 with vivid magenta ink. It also uses AccuPhoto HD2 technology, and it has specialized support by an expert team at Epson. This printer has no cons whatsoever. Coming up in number 2, we have the Canon Pixma Pro 10, and in some countries it's called the Pro 10S. This printer has 2 different versions. There's the Canon Pixma Pro 10 and there's the Pro 100. They are both very good options, however the Pro 10 uses pigment-based inks and the Pro 100 uses dye-based inks. But you're definitely gonna try and go for the pigment-based options because they work better for canvas. This printer is the best higher mid-range option. So it can print up to 13 inches by 19 inches. It has a 4800 dpi print resolution, which is highly detailed and grain-free. So this printer uses a combination of pigment-based inks and chroma optimizer, which adds uniform glossiness and a wide color gamut for intense blacks. So this will definitely satisfy the professionals that want very intense blacks. So this thing reproduces extremely accurate colors, and it is compatible with individual PGI-72 ink tanks. You can replace the inks that run out, so if you use one color dominantly, you won't need to swap out all the inks. You can replace the color that you need, that needs filling. This is another printer that uses 3 dedicated monochrome inks for amazing black and white pictures. This is gonna be the best professional quality home-based printer. You could definitely use this in a studio, or if you're an artist or a photographer, this is definitely a good option for you. You can also print photos directly from your smartphone using Canon's Easy Photo Print. And many people are using this printer to print on canvas. And if you're interested in printing on CDs and DVDs, this also has that option. The best thing about this printer is the ink cartridges are very easy to refill from compliant inks and from refill markets. So you could easily refill the ink cartridge itself without buying a whole new one, which will definitely save you lots of money in the long run. The best thing about this Canon printer is that Canon came up with an amazing solution for a wide known problem. Usually when artists try to print something, it comes out different than it looks on the screen. So Canon solved that problem. They came up with this program called Optimum Light-Room, which helps the prints come out exactly as you see them on the screen without any tweaking. So that means that you won't be surprised after you print the thing and it looks different than it does on the screen. It's gonna look exactly like it looks on the screen. Coming up in number 1 is gonna be the Epson Artisan 1430. This is your best mid-range option. The reason this printer is on number 1 is because many different people use it to print on canvas, so it's extremely well known to print well on canvas. You could easily find many people that use this printer, and for a very good reason. It prints on canvas without much problems. It can print photos up to 13 inches by 19 inches. And the photos look stunning out of this printer. It uses Epson inks that last a very long time, and they are pigment-based inks. It has a very nice and easy to use printer control panel. And as all the other printers on this list, you can print using wireless Wi-Fi, Ethernet or USB, and the Wi-Fi on this printer works flawlessly. And it's very easy to set up. So this is gonna be the perfect option for home users. And another cool thing about this printer is it comes with bundled Photoshop elements, and it gives magnificent color detail. Prints are water, fade, smudge and scratch resistant, so they usually don't require any extra layers of protective spray after they are printed. You could also use this printer to print onto CDs or DVDs directly, so then you won't need to use any stickers or labels. The only cons of this printer is it is rather slow when printing high resolution photos. So if speed is very important for you, then this won't be the best option for you, but other than that, this is gonna be an amazing option. And this printer also does not have a roll media option. So this workhorse is gonna print anything you need. You're gonna fall in love with the color quality, and it's never gonna fade. And don't worry about reaching the end of its life cycle, because it's built extremely well and it should last you a long time without any issues. And the nozzle heads don't clog up as often as other printers, so that it requires less maintenance and you're gonna have less problems in the future. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And if you have any questions, make sure to comment below, ask anything you'd like, and I'll answer as fast as possible. And all the links of the products in this video are going to be linked in the description. And I wish you a good day. Ask anything you want in the comments, I'm going to answer you as fast as I possibly can.